With the holiday season right around the corner, I thought it would be fun to see how the people of Westeros and Essos celebrate Christmas. Tywin Lannister wearing a Santa hat, the Martells baking Christmas cookies together, the young Lord Arryn unwrapping his pile of gifts in the Eyrie. It sounds a bit weird, and it is, because these traditions do not exist in the known world. But we're going to take a look at the holiday traditions that are present in the different realms. We're going to start off in Westeros and work our way towards Essos. Let's start with the question, does Westeros celebrate Christmas? Or a version thereof? No. No, they don't. And it makes sense when you think about it. The Christmas that we celebrate today is made up out of two historical elements. The first is the Christian tradition to celebrate the birth of Jesus Christ. Westeros has multiple religions, Christianity is not one of them. The second element is the celebration of Yule, a celebration by Germanic and Nordic people that the winter season was half done. But in a world where seasons can last for years, you never really know when you're in the middle of winter. And eating a lot of food at a feast when the winter could still last for years could mean starvation for your people. So it makes sense that Westeros does not have its own version of Christmas. They do have celebrations that have to do with the harvest, however. At the beginning of autumn, the lords and ladies of the north gather at Winterfell for the harvest feast. We see this event both in the books and the show. We learn from Sansa in the books that King's Landing has its own harvest feast as well, and Marjorie Tyrell mentions a harvest ball in Highgarden in the show. So it seems the harvest feasts are quite universally celebrated in Westeros. But the harvest feasts are not very akin to Christmas. If anything, I think they have more similarities with Thanksgiving. So on to Essos, which doesn't show any clear signs of Christmas celebrations, but there is something here. In one of the POV chapters of Areo Hota, the captain of the household guard of House Martell, he speaks about his childhood in the free city of Norvos. He uses the following words. The taste of winter cake filled his mouth again, rich with ginger and pine nuts and bits of cherry, with nasa to wash it down. Fermented goat's milk served in an iron cup and laced with honey. He saw his mother in her dress with the squirrel collar, the one she wore but once a year, when they went to see the bears dance down the Sinner's steps. It's not an outright confirmation of Christmas existing in Norvos, but it's the closest we are probably going to get. The winter cake at least gives away that the celebration is held in the winter, and the fact that his mother wore the same dress each year tells us it's an annual festivity. It seems that the people of the known world simply don't celebrate Christmas. I wonder if a history of monsters wielding shards of ice, attacking during the longest winters, has anything to do with it. Because we have so little information about Christmas in Westeros and Essos, let's take a quick look at how they celebrate New Year's. Once again, in Westeros, it seems they don't. They do keep track of the years, and the first day of a new year coincides with the day that Aegon the Conqueror was anointed by the High Septon at Old Town. But no party, no fireworks. In A Song of Ice and Fire, Joffrey's and Marjorie's wedding takes place on the first day of 300 AC, the first day of a new century. And although it might have been a celebration for a lot of us, finally seeing the end of Joffrey, for most people at the party, it must not have felt as a very festive event. But you can make me feel festive by subscribing to the channel and leaving a like for the algorithm. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year, and your help in achieving that goal is very much appreciated. On Essos, the only mentionings of celebrations on New Year's are from Pentos. There, the ceremonially chosen Prince of Pentos has to deflower two maidens on New Year's Day, the Maid of the Fields and the Maid of the Seas. If he completes this ritual, Pentos will be prosperous for another year on both the land and the sea. Which doesn't seem like that bad of a deal for the prince. But do keep in mind that if Pentos is hit with famine or loses a war, the prince is slaughtered and a new prince is chosen. And that's all for winter holiday celebrations in Westeros and Essos. I want to wish you all a very Merry Christmas. I hope you get to spend a lot of quality time with friends and family and eat and drink until your bellies are full. Thank you all very much for watching. See you next time.